Hey guys, welcome back. A couple years ago I painted this painting and I decided to make another one for today's tutorial. This is a 12 by 12 creative series stretch canvas by Fredericks. I'm going to use black and white craft paint first. And some burnt umber craft paint. I'm going to start by giving this background one layer of black paint first, and then I'll probably dry it and give it another layer, just because this paint is really thin. So I'm going to put plenty of black paint here, and then the burnt umber, and then some more black paint at the bottom. Work my way up into the brown. And I'm going to take a clean and dry mop brush and blend that burnt umber or brown into that black, just so that my background sort of fades away. Now I can actually barely see that, so I'm going to lighten that up just a bit. Which is okay, because this probably could use another layer of black paint. So I'm going to do that one more time. That horizon is not quite light enough. My dog is drinking water. Can you hear her? She's so loud. Okay, this time I'm going to add brown and a little bit of white. Oh, that's much better. Same brush, and I'm going to blend that horizon just so that it looks nice and soft. think this will be okay now. Now I'm going to wait for this canvas to cool off before I do anything else to it. I'll use some painter's tape and I'm going to paint a few background trees. So I'm going to put my tape on here first, and I have a full tutorial on just this method if you want to watch that, but you'll also see how I do it in this video. So I'm going to split the tape in half. And then the piece that I just pulled off, I want the background trees to be kind of skinny, so I'm going to place the tape pretty close together. If I wanted a bigger tree, of course, I would move the tape out this way. So I'm going to put that there. And then let's do maybe one more background tree. This is going to be a real simple painting. It's not going to be anything too complicated. So I'm just going to do a few trees. So the space that's left over is what my tree will actually look like. I'm going to take, oh, I didn't even tell you about my brushes. I'm sorry. Both of these are mop brushes from Hobby Lobby, and they're the same brush. They're both 1 inch, but this one is worn down quite a bit. I just kind of use this one to paint the background. It really doesn't matter what brush you use to put your initial layer of paint on, but a mop brush will definitely help you with the blending of the horizon. Sorry I didn't tell you about that. I completely forgot. I got ahead of myself. So now I'm going to use another mop brush from Hobby Lobby, and this is just a smaller version. This is 1/2 inch. Probably doesn't matter what kind of brush you use for this tree. I'm going to use this color called Nutmeg Brown. My animals are going crazy this morning for some reason. So burnt umber and nutmeg brown on the same brush. Do you hear my cat? He's lost his mind. A little bit of white paint. I'm gonna switch brushes. That's not doing very well. A little bit of burnt umber and black. So along this side of the tree, I'm going to do the dark, and then on the other side, I'll do the highlight. This is a comb brush from the Deco Clarity set. We'll grab a little bit of black paint, and I'm just going to give these background trees a little bit of detail, not a lot. I'll probably touch these up a little bit too after I get some leaves painted around them. I just want a little bit of detail for right now. Just kind of define the bottom of the tree here. So that should be good for now. I'll come back and touch that up a little bit more later. I'm not sure which brush I'm going to use for the leaves yet, but I think I'll try this one first. This is a bristle brush, and it's round, number 10 from by the Fine Touch. It comes in a set of other bristle brushes like these. It'll be linked in the description for you. This is a really good brush for grass and bushes and trees and leaves, mostly because it's bristle. That's the part that helps the most. So now let's mix up some colors for the leaves, because I want to put some leaves in front of these trees, but behind the birch trees that I'm going to paint. So I'm going to use some Indian yellow. Probably some of this burnt umber. This will be my shadow color. Time for an iced coffee break. Okay, so now let's put some background leaves. I'm going to put my two big birch trees right here, so I want just a little bit to come around the other side of them. And I'm just using the edge of the brush, and I'm just tapping the canvas. I'm going to rotate my brush and twist it around so that I'm not getting, like, if I I can't talk. If I tap the canvas the same direction every time, it's all going to look it's not going to look real random. So I'm going to twist and rotate my brush so I get different shapes and different patterns. Grab a little more yellow. I'm not going to clean my brush. I'm just going to add more yellow. Rotating my brush. And if you'll notice, when I paint my highlights, I'm going outside of my shadow color. So let me find a spot that I haven't done yet, like right here. This is my shadow, so I'm going to paint my highlights beyond that shadow. Just kind of drag them out a little bit outside of that shadow color. And it's going to look like a few are floating free in the air, but that's okay. That's kind of what I want. This way it doesn't look like just a big hard glob of color. Now I'm going to add a tiny bit of white. Hopefully that wasn't enough, so let's test it and see, but I'm going to dry it first. Oh, that's about perfect. Now this time with the white in my brush, I'm going to do even fewer highlights because I don't want to cover everything up. A very light pressure. I'm just barely tapping the canvas. Now with this flat bristle brush, I'm gonna just kind of paint over top of that. So for the background, I was tapping really lightly and really close together. The closer I get to the foreground, I'm tapping a little bit harder and further apart. Add a little bit of white and add a few highlights. Okay, I'm going to go back to my tape. And I'm going to put my birch trees in here. Put one there. I don't know where I want the one in the front yet, so I'm gonna paint this one first and then the next one. Once I put it on here, I can't undo it, so this is just black and white. This is a flat brush from the Deco Clarity set. This is the same brush, just another one. Got a little bit of water on this brush just to blend that black together with the gray. I mean, to blend the white into the gray. And I'll add a little bit of black. Back to my comb brush. Just kind of smear them a little bit with my finger. This is my favorite part. So I know I want the bigger one in the front, and I needed to see where this one was going to go first, because I don't know, I just needed to see. I needed to see it first. I want it to be kind of close, but not super close or right on top of it. So let's go about right there. Just wiggling my brush, I don't want it to look too blended, but also a little blended. Just kind of scribbling my paint on there. I feel like there's an actual term for that, but I don't know what it is. Get a little bit of water on this one. Back to my comb brush. So some of the brush strokes I'm holding the brush like this, and then some of them like this. I'm just kind of going back and forth. Smear it a little bit with my fingers. That one didn't get quite light enough, and I think it's too late to fix that. I don't think I can fix it now. So I'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. It's just a lot quicker and easier to do it the other way, but I mean, it can be done like this. Uh-oh, oops. All right. Done with those. I'm going to add some detail in front of the trees. Kind of just sits the tree trunk down inside the ground a little bit more. I definitely think that this painting could use a couple more background trees. And I wasn't really planning on making it this complicated. Not that adding more background trees is complicated, but I definitely think it needs a few more. Thought I was done with these, but I guess I'm not. I'm not going to wash them, just going to rinse them off. And let's get back to the burnt umber and nutmeg. Quit. Just add in a little bit of texture to these trees. Pull that off there and see how it looks now. It's looking much better. So I'm really glad that I didn't add any more, because I'm real happy with how this looks. I thought about adding another one here and here, but I'm not going to. But I do need to add some more leaves. So let's mix up my shadow color again. Hopefully that's not too bright. Nope. This is a fine detail brush from the Deco Fine Detail set. Get a little bit of water on it. Oh, not there. There's leaves in front of that. I think that's all I'm going to do to this one. Now, later on I may add some more branches and things to it, but I think it's pretty good for now. So, that's about it. I hope this lesson helps, and thank you guys for watching. If you liked today's video, give that like button a tap, and please consider subscribing. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok, where I upload content almost daily. Thank you for watching.